students, so what we did in the last video, we studied the geometrical and algebraic interpretation of the limit of the function. So the moving forward, if I'm writing the definition of the limit, so what I can say that limit x tends to a f of x exists finitely if and only if a part, what I can say, a left-hand limit you can write like LHL, or even you can write like this: limit extends to a dash. Okay, this is not the minus a. If I want to write a minus, I would write like this. Okay, this symbol a on top, if you're writing a dash, it means it is LHL. Okay, so limit extends to a dash exists finitely, that is a part. B part is what? Limit x tends to a plus. Okay, a plus writing means it is RHL. That means x is approaching to a from the right side, so definitely it will be greater than a. So limit x tends to a plus should also exist what? Finitely. Only these two conditions are not enough. Okay, if I'm telling limit x tends to a f of x exists finitely, that means LHL should exist finitely, RHL should exist finitely, and third part is what? Both should be equal. Okay, that means limit x tends to a dash f of x should be equal to limit x tends to a plus f of x. Okay, so finally, what is the conclusion? Limit x tends to f of x exists finitely if and only if number one is what? LHL should exist finitely. Number two is what? RHL should exist finitely, and number three is what? LHL and RHL both should be equal. Okay, if all these three conditions are properly satisfying, then you can say that limit x tends to a f of x exists finitely. Okay, now what is the meaning of this? So listen here. For that purpose, let me take one example. If I'm telling f of x is equal to curly braces x. Okay, now here what I will write is curly braces, actually what it denotes fractional part function. This is basically what a fractional part function. I hope you know about this function very well. Already you might have studied a relation and function chapter. Soon I will upload the video on same also. But now I am giving priority to this topic first of all. So listen here. F of x is equal to greatest integer function x is given. Okay, so what we need to find, for example, evaluate limit x tends to 3 greatest integer function, or you can write f of x, or directly I'm writing the definition. I want to evaluate this. Okay, so to evaluate a limit, several types of methods are there. We will study that also. Direct substitution method is there, then factorization method is there, rationalizing method is there, and by using some standard limit is also there. Okay, and sometime in some kind of question you have to do LHL RHL separately also. That depends what kind of function is basically given. So here if I'm writing the solution for this, okay, if you're interpreting this, so first of all you should know the fundamental, the functionality of the fractional part function. Okay, what fractional part function will do? For example, if I'm writing fractional part, if I'm writing 2.3 fractional part function, so this will give me what? 0.3. This will give me what? 0.3. If I'm writing negative 2.3, what is the fractional part of this? So this will give me 0.7. Why? So if I'm just giving small introduction about these, so for example, any real number x you can write as a square bracket x plus these curly braces x. Okay, square bracket x will indicate a greatest integer function. This will indicate what a fractional part function. Any number you take. For example, 2.3 only we will take. So see, 2.3. What is a square bracket 2.3? If I'm writing, means it is a greatest integer function of 2.3, which will give 2. And the fractional part of 2.3 will be what? By using this statement, you put here x is equal to 2.3, and this is 2. So automatically this will become what? 0.3. That we can understand. Now if negative part if I'm taking, okay, for example, if I'm telling what is the greatest integer function of 2.3, so you know what greatest integer function will do, it will return a greatest integer less than or equal to x. What is x? Whatever written inside, it is called x here. So what is the greatest integer function of this? I will get -3. So here x is -2.3 and greatest integer function you got the -3. The other side +3. So 3 minus 2.3 is 0.7. So this will automatically will become what? A a fractional part of 2.3 will become what? 0.7. Okay, so this is just a fast forward. I gave some idea about this. Okay, more about this we will study in the relation and function chapter. Okay, so I hope this is clear. So this much idea if you have, then now easily you can understand this question. So listen. So if I want to evaluate this limit, what I will do, I will find LHL RHL separately. So left hand limit means what? Limit x tends to 3 dash function is what given? This x. Okay, now what we can understand, see here, assume 3 is here number line, you see LHL means what? X is approaching to 3 from the left side. That means it will be what? 2.9, then 2.99, then 2.999, and so on. So if x is approaching toward 3 from the left side, what is greatest integer, what is the fractional part x will do? So listen, you know the fractional part of this is what? 0.9. Then you know the fractional part of this number is what? 0.99. Then you know the fractional part of this function is what? 0.999. So you can see what is the tendency here. If x is approaching to 3 from the left side, this f of x is approaching towards what? 1. So for this LHL will be what I will get here? 1. That much done. Now focus on the RHL. So RHL, if you see here, limit x tends to 3 plus function is what given here again, the fractional part of x. So you can see if x is approaching to 3 from the right side. For example, okay, what you can take here, 3.01, then 3.001, then 3. What I will say 00, one more 01. So what is the fractional part of these? These will give you what? 0.01. Okay, these will give you what? 0.2 times 01, and these will give you what? 0.3 times 01. So very clearly you can understand, if x is approaching to 3 from the right side, what is the tendency of this function? It is approaching towards what? 0. Okay, you can see 0.01, 0.001, 0.3 times 01, then 0.4 times 01, and so on. So tendency is what? It is approaching towards what? 0. So for this question, if I am asking LHL exists, answer is yes. RHL exists, answer is yes. Okay, both exist finitely. Okay, it does not mean that if RHL coming 0 means you can say it does not exist. Okay, it exists finitely, but LHL RHL both are equal? No. Okay, so here what I will write, hence limit x tends to 3 f of x does not exist. Okay, full form you can write. So limit x tends to 3 f of x, what I will write, does not exist. So finally by this example you can understand, okay, that in which case limit does not exist and in which case limit exists. Okay, this is very important to understand. More examples we will see. I hope this is the clear for you people. If any problem is there, you can ask me in the comment section. So this question answer is like this. Okay, you can just pause the video and you can write this example. Now see one more example, number 2. Example number 2, for if I'm writing let f of x is equal to a greatest integer x, f of x is equal to what? A greatest integer x. See, if just square bracket x writing, it does not mean it is a greatest integer function. Explicitly they should mention in question, otherwise it will treat as a just what we can say the bracket only. Okay, so like this they will write in the question f of x is equal to like this, and here they will write this will indicate what? This is greatest integer function. Now you know the role of greatest integer function. So what I am asking, for example, here evaluate limit x tends to 3 f of x. Okay, first you can try this question yourself by pausing the video, and then you can compare the answer. Okay, it will be good. So see now here LHL I am finding first. So left hand limit x tends to 3 dash f of x. What is f of x? Greatest integer function x. Now you know the role of greatest integer function. It will give you the greatest integer less than or equal to x. Okay. Now here 3 is there. If x is approaching to 3 from the left side, for example 2.9, 2.99, 2.999. So what is the greatest integer function of 2.9? You will get 3. What is the greatest integer function of 2.99? You will get again 3. What is the greatest integer function of 2.999? Again you will get 3. So what we can understand, if x is approaching to 3 from the left side, greatest integer x is approaching towards what? 3. So LHL will be 3. Khalas. Now see RHL. Sorry, just a minute. It will give you the greatest integer less than or equal to x. Okay, so this will be what? Answer 2. These also will be 2, and these also will be what? 2. So LHL will be what here? 2. Now come to RHL. RHL, if you see the limit x tends to 3, definition is what? Here also greatest integer function. Okay, so now you can understand here, if x is approaching to 3 from the right side, okay, for example 3.01 greatest integer 3, 3.01 again 3, 3.001 again you will get 3 only. Okay, that means if x is approaching to 3 from the right side, entire function is approaching towards what? 3. So RHL for this function, what I will write? 3. So what we can understand from this, LHL you getting 2 and RHL you getting how much? 3. So very clearly you can understand here LHL RHL is not equal, therefore here also what I will write? Limit x tends to 3 f of x means greatest integer x is what? Answer does not exist. Okay, that depends on question. So this kind of question you have to do LHL RHL separately, and by definition only we can interpret. So I hope this is clear. So what we studied so far, a definition that when limit will exist finitely, if LHL exists finitely, RHL exists finitely, and LHL RHL should be equal. Okay, finitely why I wrote it's not like this that LHL you getting infinity, RHL you getting infinity, you tell infinity equal to infinity, sir. Answer is limit exist. No, that is wrong interpretation. Okay, explicitly that's why I wrote it should exist finitely. Okay, so let me give one more example to make a concept crystal clear. Okay, main job is to understand the concept. Okay, see now you're going to write a term 1 exam also based on MCQ only. Okay, so it's not like this directly I will start MCQ. Okay, first thing is what you have to understand the concept very properly. That is very important. Now listen, example for if I'm drawing one sketch. Okay, the theoretical example no, practical this example by sketch. So listen here, this is what 2 and one part I am drawing like this. Okay, and other part also something like this. Okay, kindly bear with my drawing. Now listen here. Here what we can understand, if this is a graph of f of x, assume that this graph is starting from here only. Assume it's starting from here only. That's why I'm drawing here the like this. Okay, and if it is not defined, you will do open circle. I'm assuming it is defined at that point. Okay, so first of all, this is a function. Yes. Okay, see, for limit of function we finding, first important thing is it should be functional graph. Okay, for example, if it is given like this, okay, circle, so this is not a function only by vertical line test, so there is no point of discussing all this thing. Okay, we're talking about a limit of the function. The first of all important thing, it should be function. And second thing is whatever the limit answer is coming, it should come within the domain. For example, if I'm telling one function is there whose domain is 2 to 5, and if I'm telling what is the limit x tends to 7 f of x, okay, this is pointless because the domain of this function is only 2 to 5. So there is no any point of finding the limit x tends to what 7. So this also you should keep in mind very properly.